Good morning, and welcome to the Regional Growth Partnerships 2021 Virtual Annual Meeting. I'm John Gibney, and on behalf of our Board of Directors, investors, and the RGP staff, I want to thank all of you for tuning in this morning. It's certainly a different venue this year, but the goal of our meeting today has not changed from prior years. We're going to highlight numerous successes from 2020 and use that as an opportunity to recognize and congratulate all the partners across our 17-county region who have helped contribute to that success. We'll also focus on some unique initiatives which are being implemented to help drive our efforts moving forward. So to get started, I'd first like to introduce the chair of our Board of Directors, who is the Chief Strategic Planning and Real Estate Officer at ProMedica Health System, Robin Whitney.
Thank you, John, and good morning to everyone. It's so great to be here for our 2021 annual meeting of the Regional Growth Partnership. We're excited about this meeting as it brings so many people together to hear about the great things that the RGP is doing. As with all of the other meetings that we're all involved in, the venue is a little bit different. We're doing a virtual meeting, but it looks like we've got the same strong attendance that we have in all of our other years. So we're really excited about everyone participating, and we look forward to next year where hopefully we can be face-to-face. You know, we want to talk today about all the great things that the RGP has been doing in 2020. When we began the year, we started talking about ways to really engage further with our other economic development partners throughout the region. When COVID hit, we said we still wanted to do that, so we engaged in our first series of outreach meetings and met with the economic development partners in Defiance and in Lima. And it was truly just a remarkable engagement where our executive committee and the boards of those economic development agencies got together. We shared ideas, shared best practices, and really helped build the relationships that really help build our communities in the region to be much stronger. All right, that's just a few of the things that we were able to do in 2020. Dean's going to talk quite a bit more about some of our accomplishments in 2020, but also look forward into the future into some of the exciting things that will be happening in 2021, so certainly more to come. I do want to talk for a moment about our investors, our partners. As many of you realize, but many might not, the RGP is a private entity. Jobs Ohio provides a good deal of funding and funds a lot of the positions and the programs, but a lot of our success comes from our private investors here locally. We have 66 individual companies that are investing in the RGP, and this is just a demonstration of the tremendous support that we have, and we really thank all of you investors for continuing to have your confidence in us and really think about how we're going to move economic development in the future here in Northwest Ohio. One of the other key accomplishments that we had in 2020 was an update to our strategic plan. Now, we've had a strategic plan through all the years of the RGP, but we decided to take some time and really focus on creating a one-page strategic plan for the organization. So it has our mission, which is, I think it's important that everybody understand the mission is to promote business retention and expansion, as well as attract investments, new business, and high-quality jobs to Northwest Ohio region while working collaboratively with our economic development partners. So the strategic plan articulates that, and it outlines our values, but it also talks about the 5 focus areas that we have as an organization: operational excellence and financial stewardship, which are really important on how we run the ship. And then the 3 strategic areas, which are in alignment with what Jobs Ohio asked us to do, which is to focus on talent, innovation, and sites, having sites for new businesses that might want to locate in Ohio. So we're very excited about putting together that strategic plan, which just helps make sure that we're all in alignment on the vision for the organization going forward. And you all may have recently heard the great news about our place in the Governor's Cup Awards for our region. This is something that Site Selection Magazine awards to various states for their amount of capital investment. So the state of Ohio was number 2 overall in strategic investment as far as the number of projects. And actually, Ohio was number 1 if you look at it from a per capita basis. In addition to that, the Toledo MSA ranked number 1, tied with Savannah, for cities of our size for the same type of metric. Now, it's not just Toledo. Also recognized in the top 100 were Findlay, Lima, Tiffin, Bucyrus, Defiance, and Fremont. I don't think there are many states that can talk about having that kind of success like we've had in our region in Ohio. Great accomplishments. You're going to hear a lot more today from Dean on all the exciting things that are happening in the RGP. Dean has been with the RGP for about 15 years. There were 2 stints, but most recently as President and CEO for the past 10 years. So we are so grateful to have Dean leading the team here at the RGP, and I wanted to thank you for joining, and I'd like to introduce you to Dean Monsky. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin, and good morning, everyone. Just like all of you, the Regional Growth Partnership went through a year unlike any other in 2020. Despite the many challenges, our team remained committed to executing our mission of promoting business retention and expansion, as well as attracting new investments and businesses with high-quality jobs to Northwest Ohio, all while working collaboratively with our economic development partners. This morning, we would like to share with you the results of those efforts, talk about our continuing work with our core mission, and discuss some initiatives for 2021. I would first like to personally thank our board of directors, investors, staff, Jobs Ohio, and all of our economic development partners throughout the region. Let's now look at our metric results for 2020. Similar to past years, this graphic demonstrates how our important business assets are distributed across the 17 counties we cover, as validated by the geographic diversity of the projects we recorded. The projects shown here are broken down by the top 5 industry sectors that we compete in every day. The advanced manufacturing sector led the way in both number of projects and jobs with 42 projects and 2,000 new jobs. The energy sector led capital investment with just under $500 million. The total capital investment of $1.4 billion affirmed the strong commitment of Northwest Ohio's economic development practitioners to work together and drive positive results regardless of the obstacles. We hope you enjoy this presentation that we've put together highlighting some of the top projects from last year.
Logoplast, a new company in Lima, is constructing a 100,000 square foot facility for plastic injection molding of food-grade containers. The new $35 million project will add at least 50 new jobs at the Allen County site. A favorable business climate, skilled workforce, and market access were key factors in Northwest Ohio winning the competitive project. Based out of Portugal, Logoplast employs more than 2,300 people at 64 plants across 16 countries. Nova Tube and Steel, a premier steel manufacturing company based in Canada, will construct a new pipe and tube production facility in Delta. The company will be investing more than $70 million in building the 250,000 square foot plant. A primary advantage in Northwest Ohio winning the project and 100 new jobs was the proximity to steel coil suppliers, direct rail access, heavy load limits on highways between Ohio, Michigan, and Canada, and ready-to-build land in Fulton County. ConAgra Brands and Archbold announced last year plans to invest $40 million to add a new production line at its Fulton County facility. The expansion is expected to create at least 100 new jobs. Some of ConAgra's iconic brands include Birdseye, Healthy Choice, and Marie Callender's. Company officials credited the plant's current workforce as a key reason for ConAgra's decision to expand. The company is expected to begin production of the new line this spring. Shutterfly, one of the world's leading personalized photography product companies, will invest more than $23 million at its Crawford County site, creating 100 new jobs. The company acquired LifeTouch in 2018 and has since been integrating its product line into operations at the Galleon facility, including personalized photo books, calendars, cards, and wall art. The region's competitive business climate and highly skilled labor pool were key factors in the site selection process. Morelli, a leading global Tier 1 automotive supplier, announced plans to open a greenfield manufacturing plant in Bowling Green. The facility will bring approximately 75 new jobs to the region, with construction expected to be complete early this year. The company will use the new 100,000 square foot facility for manufacturing, assembly, and warehousing. It was a unique partnership among several Northwest Ohio businesses, Ohio Logistics, Mosier Construction, and Pogemeyer Design Group, which helped make this project a reality.
We've just shown you 5 of our top projects from 2020. Now we'd like to showcase a project from Putnam County, Poet Biorefining in Leipzig. This biofuel facility stepped up during the pandemic, adding a new product line to produce hand sanitizer. Please enjoy this case study video.
Poet Biorefining in Leipzig is a biofuel facility, and essentially we take corn and we convert that into flour and then take the starch from that and produce ethanol. Poet's always been good stewards of the environment, and plant-based alcohol certainly is an opportunity, I think, to take advantage of agriculture in a socially responsible way. When the pandemic occurred, it was virtually impossible to get hand sanitizer. Poet thought, what can we do to help? Poet took the fuel facilities, and our team members figured out how to produce Poet hand sanitizer. We've invested approximately $23 million into the project to create the purified grade alcohol. 3 reasons why Leipzig was selected as the startup plant. 1, we have a very good workforce. We also have access to 3 rail lines. We also have a lot of manufacturing in this area, potential customer base that use ethanol. RGP and Jobs Ohio have been very helpful with the Poet facility. We've donated hand sanitizer to all of the local schools in Putnam County since the pandemic started. Fire departments, police, the Leipzig Community Center. I would tell a business looking to come to Northwest Ohio that you are guaranteed to have solid support from the village of Leipzig and as well as Putnam County Economic Development.
Church & Dwight, one of the nation's fastest growing consumer packaged goods companies, has announced a major expansion at its Northwest Ohio facility. The company plans to create at least 60 new jobs and invest more than $38 million to accommodate additional production and warehouse space for Arm & Hammer brand products at the Seneca County plant. The company calls the Old Fort location one of its most productive facilities, attributing that to a dedicated professional workforce. Libby Glass, one of the world's largest glass tableware manufacturers, recently announced a commitment to maintain its operations along with its existing corporate headquarters in Toledo. The company will expand production in Toledo with an additional stemware line, bringing security to the facility. With assistance from Jobs Ohio, the RGP, and the City of Toledo, Libby plans to invest nearly $30 million over the next 4 years to maintain the plant and move the production line to the Glass City. Manel Milling, a Northwest Ohio company with a rich history in the flour milling industry, will invest, add new lines, and facility capacity at its corporate headquarters location. Located in Fostoria, the company will bring in a new packaging line from an outside location. The nearly $9 million expansion is expected to add at least 12 new jobs. The family-owned business with more than 130 years experience expressed preference to Fostoria's strategic position for supply chain and logistics. Adler-Pelzer Group, a worldwide leader in the design and manufacturing of acoustic and thermal components for the automotive sector, has announced plans to open a new facility in Northwest Ohio. The company will expand its operations into the market by taking over a 100,000 square foot facility in Oregon. With headquarters in Germany, the automotive supplier will invest $10 million and create approximately 80 new jobs, with the future possibility of further expansion and job creation.
Many priorities and initiatives from last year will carry over into 2021. One key issue will continue to be workforce development. Companies across the RGP region continue to express the need of finding, hiring, and training people to meet their job demands. COVID has not reduced that demand for skilled employees. However, it has created new strategies to address the workforce challenges. The partnership between Jobs Ohio and the RGP has enhanced the tools available to companies to fill open positions through two specific approaches. Number one, talent acquisition services provides direct support to companies over 18 to 24-month period of time to fill the company talent pipeline. Jeff Sprague, the RGP talent manager, is the direct connection between a team of workforce professionals at Jobs Ohio and a group of local educational, community-based, and private partners designed to best match job seekers with career opportunities. The services are customized for each company and match the project's specific goals. Number two, virtual career fairs. They have been created as a direct response to companies' hiring needs impacted by COVID. Social distancing guidelines have impacted traditional job fairs and recruitment events for companies and job seekers. Virtual career fairs provide a platform for companies to meet directly with potential job seekers in the RGP region and outside the state. A number of events are planned throughout the region in 2021. There are many new and exciting workforce-related initiatives being proposed for our region this year. The success of these and many other related programs rely greatly on how efficiently and effectively they are introduced into the marketplace. The collaborative workforce structure that Joe Lazar and the RGP has worked on with our partners over the last year and a half is more important than ever in 2021. The new challenges we face in physically connecting employers and prospective employees can only be met through an organized team effort. As of today, there are 7 regional collaborations that have been developed in the RGP footprint. These include our Eastern Region's 4-county group, the Findlay-Hancock County's Raise the Bar initiative, the Greater Lima Region, Accelerate Van Wert, a 5-county Northwest Consortium, and Wyandotte and Crawford counties continue to partner on workforce-related issues. We also continue to develop the 4-county Toledo MSA Coalition in concert with our area's Malcolm-Baldrige Communities of Excellent Pursuit. Most all of our 17 counties are in one of these regional collaborations. All bring businesses, schools, government, workforce programs, and related not-for-profits together to strategically meet the workforce needs of their areas. Our goal for 2021 is simple: continue to support and encourage development of these collaborations, drive State of Ohio and other workforce-related initiatives through the coalition structure when appropriate, and lastly, support industry sector partnerships, such as the Northwest Ohio Manufacturing Alliance, and be certain they are plugged into the resources available to them. A second key issue for 2021 will be the continued need for modern buildings and shovel-ready sites that meet the needs of today's companies if we want to continue our success. Last year alone, Matt Davis and the RGP team performed over 50 searches, resulting in 15 company visits to over 30 sites and buildings in the region. Last year, Jobs Ohio introduced the Ohio Site Inventory Program, or OSIP. This was established to create inventory within the state that is not being organically developed by the market, but has proven demand and known economic benefit. The program seeks to leverage investment and expertise of our partners including private developers, port authorities, and communities. It helps to mitigate risks and other limiting factors preventing product development and speed up the process of bringing economically impactful inventory online. To date, Jobs Ohio has funded speculative buildings at Land Air across from Toledo's airport and Harmon Business Park in Defiance. Vision Industrial Park in Van Wert is currently in the process of being scheduled to present its 100,000 square foot spec building and remediation activity. Additionally, OSIP has funded most of the costs of due diligence for studies at a quality 146-acre site in Wyandotte County that is prime for development. Discussions continue with Jobs Ohio regarding availability of funding in this round and establishing a strategy to move forward in 2021 funding cycle. Some examples of high priority projects are Insight Real Estate out of Chicago with the spec building at Land Air, Skinnell Properties out of Indianapolis with a spec building in Rossford, and Fort Winchester Investment Partners in Defiance. All have considerable merit. Also worth noting are the efforts by Allen County Economic Development Group and the City of Oregon, who are currently working on opportunities which are anticipated to formally enter the system very soon. In addition to the OSIP program, we continue to drive the development of major new industrial parks. The Logistics Park Ohio development, situated in Henry Township, Wood County, is a partnership, or better yet a collaboration, among many organizations. Leading the way is national developer North Point Development. North Point has engaged Jones Lang LaSalle, a national full-service site selection and real estate firm, to market the project, and the Montrose Group to address critical infrastructure needs. The whole project happens because of a partnership between CSX Railroad and BNSF Railroad, allowing for freight to move freely across the United States from coast to coast. The long-awaited first development at the site for UPS is now being constructed. I want to offer my congratulations to the entire team that has been working on this development for a very long time.
Northwest Ohio is a core location on the CSX intermodal network, allowing shippers to connect to consumers nationwide. In order to capture regional growth and provide supply chain solutions to our customers, CSX has partnered with North Point Development on a scalable, phased logistics park that has direct access to our Northwest Ohio terminal.
North Point Development is the largest developer of industrial product in North America over the past 5 years. Really what we saw was the need for a smoother transition of goods from the West Coast into the Midwest. And so by not having to go through Chicago, those trains are not having to be disassembled and then reassembled onto new lines. A couple of years ago, when CSX and BNSF formed a partnership that allowed goods to come from the West Coast ports such as LA Long Beach directly into Northwest Ohio, that in our mind was a real game changer, which saves them time, several days, saves them money, and also mitigates risk within their supply chain.
The Northwest Ohio area was important to us because it's giving us an expansion capabilities. It's also a great location because of the approximation it is to the local infrastructure. The interstate is right there. It's also a place where the time in transit works very well for us because from an East Coast to West Coast, it gives us that middle ground that we're looking for so that we can easily help our customers get those packages in a better time in transit network.
The logistics park offers a cost-effective and convenient solution for shippers to be able to connect between truck and warehouse in a matter of minutes. We have functioned at Northwest Ohio for 10 years now, and it is one of our most environmentally friendly and technologically advanced terminals on our network.
I think what's unique about this logistics park is that you have a blank canvas across the street of where you can design the building you need to the size you need with really no limitation to that growth.
This will be a fully automated facility, so that's exciting for us because we're trying to build upon getting more sort capacity, and our automated facilities help us do just that.
Transportation is the biggest cost bucket for companies' supply chain. Having a distribution center now here in North Baltimore, Ohio, directly across the street from the intermodal where the rail lines are going through, is a huge cost savings for them in their overall supply chain costs. Anybody who is in the national or global transportation business for their products is looking at Northwest Ohio now as a critical place to be under consideration for their operations.
Today, I can report that North Point Development has increased the acres they have under contract and anticipate much more future development. The RGP is coordinating marketing efforts and opportunities with North Point and Jones Lang LaSalle. Ultimately, Logistics Park Ohio provides a great opportunity for Northwest Ohio to play a significant role in the growing world of e-commerce distribution, and as well as other sectors that allow for the creation of many new jobs in our region with the accompanying capital investment. The RGP board continues to drive additional initiatives that address the changing economy and jobs of the future. Two specific programs developed in 2020 were designed to focus on new technologies and white-collar regional corporate jobs. While circumstances last year did not allow for full development of these programs, we will continue to execute them this year. The first focused on autonomous technology research and deployment. Last year, the RGP began an exploratory initiative with our partner HWA Analytics to launch the Toledo region further and deeper into this marketplace. We define mobility as connected and autonomous vehicles, and many of the other exciting developments in sensors, safety, electrification, advanced materials, and communication systems, which are changing the landscape for moving people and goods. Our research effort concluded in 2020, and we have documented the assets which the Toledo region has in place to support the mobility sector. The RGP formed a coalition of willing partners from manufacturers, suppliers, service providers, academia, government, and other organizations to assist in this effort. We discovered that using our region as a real live test environment was a good entry point for Toledo into the broader world of mobility, and we had several companies perform limited tests, mainly around software. In 2021, we plan to build on this work with a more dynamic outreach to companies in the mobility market in order to attract those companies to the Toledo area through testing, research, deployment, and manufacturing investments. The second initiative focused on attracting corporate regional headquarters and their associated jobs. We contracted with one of our long-standing partners, Newmark Knight Frank, a major national commercial real estate advisory firm, to analyze the right target markets for Northwest Ohio to attract corporate functions and the high-paying, well-educated, white-collar careers that come with those investments. At this time, we are finalizing our data submissions to Newmark. We have provided sample proposals, past project information, debriefings on wins and losses, asset descriptions, and past master plans. Newmark continues to digest that information. As we get to the spring, a series of interviews will be conducted by Newmark with key stakeholders. As the study develops markets for the Toledo area, Newmark will assist the RGP in marketing our region to such companies. For now, the positive news is that based on preliminary information from the work we have begun, Newmark is already bringing us project opportunities. In fact, in one high-tech field, Northwest Ohio recently had 2 sites submitted by Newmark to their client. 2021 marks the 10th anniversary of Jobs Ohio. This year has shown the true value of Ohio's unique economic development structure. As a private, nonprofit, Jobs Ohio can move quickly to respond to business needs and stand up new programs that address the COVID pandemic in creative ways. First, Jobs Ohio quickly rolled out a PPE distribution program to small businesses. In cooperation with our 17 county development directors, RGP and Jobs Ohio distributed 1,500 PPE kits throughout the region. Jobs Ohio also stood up the Vibrant Community and Inclusion Grant programs, which will help support businesses in underserved communities and populations. Jobs Ohio's marketing efforts to target business leaders across the country and share how Ohio's position for recovery will raise our profile and hopefully attract new companies looking for a more affordable place to do business. This effort is already underway in places like New York City, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and California. I want to commend and say thank you to Jobs Ohio CEO J.P. Nassif and his Jobs Ohio Board of Directors for being a true partner and major component of our success. We talk about the other organizations we work with quite a bit. and with good reason. The success of a region is never due to one or two players, but rather the unwavering commitment to the fact that we will always do better when we work together. Please take a look at this brief video which encapsulates that collaboration.
Collaboration to economic development is crucial. Without it, we would not be able to help companies, would not be able to help those families that are employed by those companies. We have to work together for successful projects.
100% successful economic development is all about collaboration. The shared goal of assisting the company and community with a project or initiative is really what makes our relationship special with each local leader.
RGP, being our Northwest regional partner, they've provided a great resource for us in Wyandotte County by giving us the same voice that larger communities in the state of Ohio have with the state economic development entity, Jobs Ohio.
Basically every project that we believe that Jobs Ohio can participate, we are talking with Andy about that particular business and developing a strategy, and we bounce ideas off of one another, express any frustrations that we have, and basically at the end of the day the goal is to get the job done, and through the collaboration that we have with Andy and the RGP, we have a pretty good track record of that.
When we're working projects in Wyandotte County, we have to bring subject matter experts to the table to satisfy the requirements of that project. We have to look externally to partners like the RGP to provide those resources that we lack and the expertise that we lack. So one of the first calls that I make when I have a project on the horizon will be to our project manager, Chase Eikenberry, because I know that she and her partners at the RGP can bring in that expertise that we need.
Leaders are key to any project because they understand their sites, they understand some of the politics, local priorities, some of the hurdles, and they understand their businesses. They have to understand their community. You have to have that expertise, especially now, every project, first thing that comes up, workforce.
LEDOs bring the ultimate local and grassroots perspective to each project. They are often the first to hear about a company in their community that's considering a project, and most of the time when we first communicate about that project, they already have their bag of local tools ready for us to talk through.
We bring all the players to the table. We work with our local friends. We work with our state friends, Jobs Ohio. If there's permitting that's involved, we try to be a conduit so that the project can move forward.
Companies really appreciate that team approach because they don't want to have additional meetings or several meetings to follow up with different practitioners. We want to make it really easy for the company to go ahead and make the decision and pull the trigger to make their investment into Northwest Ohio.
When Andy and I are sitting together with our utility friends that we're collaborating with, talking to a business, the likelihood is that business person leaves that meeting feeling very comfortable, and that level of comfort helps us get wins.
That collaboration that we're talking about, it's happening here. You're seeing the results, and we're going to continue to keep doing it.
Thank you once again for joining us this morning, and I will turn it back over to Robin Whitney for closing remarks.
So we've heard a lot of great things today about what's happening with the RGP, and as I said earlier, it's because of investors that have really given their time, talent, and contributions to the RGP. So if you are interested, if you're not a current investor, we would love to get you involved with the RGP. Please feel free to contact us and we can get you set up to be an investor with us. So thank you to all of you for participating in today's annual meeting. We really appreciate your involvement, your investment, your collaboration with the RGP. It makes us a much better, stronger organization with all of your involvement. So thank you and have a great day.